If the Eagles cannot beat the Detroit Lions on Sunday, Nick Kotite will lose this team. Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and happy Football Friday to all you Dingbats out there. This weekend's game is as important as it could get for the Philadelphia Eagles, especially for Coach Nick Kotite. And the reason I say that is this. If the Eagles cannot beat the winless Detroit Lions, Nick Kotite is going to lose this locker room. You can feel it coming. You can feel the frustrations. And I say it because after the whole week with the flowers and all that kind of stuff, and then having players come out talking about, Nick Sirianni gets them motivated to play and all that stuff, to me, it sounded like they're all trying to convince themselves that they got to believe in this coach. And I think if they lose, I think he's done. Now, if they can win, then hey, look, maybe you can, maybe you got some games coming up you can win and you can, start battling back a little bit. But right now, this is do or die for Nick Kotite in my mind. But we're going to find out. The Detroit Lions game is not an easy game. It is not a game that I feel very good about. I do not feel good about this game. The Detroit Lions are a team that actually is playing hard. They're playing hard. They're trying hard. They competed with the Rams last week. They want to win. They're getting ready to go on a bye week, and they want to win. Do you think they want to go to the bye week with 0 wins? They're looking at the Eagles like this. We can beat this team at home. We can beat this team, get our first win. We could do it for Deuce Staley. That's what the Detroit Lions are thinking. So, to me, this is a very scary position to be in as an Eagle fan. Especially, if you think Nick Kotite, could be a better coach. I don't see how Nick Kotite recovers from this. I'm just being honest. Maybe he does, but man, this would be rock bottom to lose this game. Now, God, what the hell's my eyes itching? But anyways, damn, I got distracted. Oh, yeah. Before we get into this game, I want to talk about a few things. First of all, Miles Sanders goes on the IR. He's going to be on the IR for at least 3 weeks, I believe. So, no Miles Sanders. You got to think, and it sounds like Jordan Howard will be brought up at some point this weekend. You're going to need him. No question about it. And then Zeke McPherson's out. Anthony Harris is doubtful for this game. So just keep those things in mind. Also, there is a lot of trade rumors right now. There's things starting to basically surface about the Eagles possibly moving Andre Dillard and maybe even Fletcher Cox. We've heard some rumors that the Baltimore Ravens could be interested in Fletcher Cox. And then Joey Shakes full. And then you have Andre Dillard, who we're hearing the Ravens or the Browns could be interested in him. I even saw one thing where they were suggesting Grant Delpit. Shout out to Joe Vega for showing me this. But they're saying Grant Delpit could be a guy the Eagles would get in return for Andre Dillard. Now, I'm not really interested in trading Andre Dillard. I got to tell you, I thought he's played well enough. I think you're too thin on the offensive line, and you might as well keep him, and then you can worry about trading him at the end of the season. I don't need to trade him now. Now, if you're going to give me a second-round pick for him, I'll trade him. Second-round pick or lower, I'll trade him. Anything like a third or more, or a player like Delpit who's coming off, I think a torn Achilles, I'm not interested, okay? Now, if the Browns want to give me JOK, I'm okay. Do it in a second. It's done. Fat flash right there. Make the trade. That's what I would do. No question about it. I'm telling you, man, this is a crazy season. This really is a crazy season. Thank God I look like Denzel Washington. You see what I'm saying? Exactly like him. But, I don't know. Something will probably happen. I really don't believe the Eagles are going to trade Dillard. I don't believe they're going to trade Fletcher Cox. I don't believe they're going to really trade anybody. I got a feeling they're just going to sit. But the trade deadline, I believe, is November 2nd. So we're going to find out. It's going to be interesting. No question about it. Now, as far as this game goes, As far as this game goes, one of the things that I think that the Eagles need to do, haven't been able to do, and I don't know if they can do, is they have to get pressure with their front four against Jared Goff. Jared Goff has turned the ball over. He's taken sacks. He hasn't been that great. So you can get pressure on Jared Goff. You got a great chance to win this game. And I say this about most games because the Eagles have to get pressure in most games. I mean, that's what most teams have to do in defense, but that's how the Eagles are built. The Eagles' defense is built on around their defensive line. Their defensive line gets pressure, and it makes everybody else better. That's how they are built. But you have Javon Hargrave that is getting over 50% of the total snacks. I was going to say snacks. Total sacks. The Fat Flash wants to eat. What can I say? I almost said snacks. Yeah, he's getting over 50% of the snacks. Of the sacks. It's just one of those days. Anyways, so Hargrave gets over 50%. You get nothing from Josh Sweat. We just signed him to an extension. That feels like a bad signing now. Derek Barnett is completely useless. He's useless. He should be traded. I trade him for a 6th-round pick. Just get rid of him. I just don't want to see him in an Eagles uniform anymore. He's been a disappointment from the day we drafted him. All right, that's the truth. He had one good fumble recovery in the Super Bowl. That's it. And, in a couple plays his rookie year, I'll say that. I thought he was good his rookie year, but ever since then, he stinks. So, the Eagles got to get pressure. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. My wife's phone's over there, and it just started going off for no reason. Nothing was set. It kind of weird. I guess it's that time of month. You know me. I believe in the conspiracy theories, so something's up. But anyways, the Eagles have to get pressure on Goff. Will they? I doubt it. And when they're not getting pressure with their front four, if it's not working, you need to bring the heat. You need the blitz. The Eagles, they don't like the blitz. So I don't know what they're going to do. And you got to worry about T.J. Hockenson, Jared Goff's favorite target. He could go up. He could get it. He's a stud. Kid's a great player. And then I think DeAndre Swift in space is very scary as well. But I think the one good thing is the Lions don't have a lot of big, huge plays. So I think it's going to be easier for the Eagles to keep their offense in front of them. But if you're not getting pressure, you're going to have a problem. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, of course, we want to see the Eagles run the ball. It's going to be nice to see Jordan Howard hopefully up there, hopefully getting reps. I bet you if he plays, he has a pretty good game. I think he'll have a pretty good game. Also, the Lions aren't that great against the pass. They're not the greatest team against the pass. So hopefully Jalen Hurts can have a positive day throwing the ball. We can get Devontae Smith going. We can get Quez Watkins going. Maybe we can even get Rager going. Throw the ball to Goddard. If they could do that, I think they'll have a great chance to win. But this is the game, in my opinion, where I think this is a moment in a season where if you don't win, it's tank time. I know a lot of people hate that, but the best thing you could possibly do is get the highest picks possible. Remember, if the Lions win, Miami plays Buffalo, they're probably going to lose. Miami then would have the first overall pick in the draft, which is essentially our pick. Not to mention, our pick would move up. So you're talking about a team with potentially 2 top 3 picks. Okay, that's what this game could mean. This game to me is about, can Nick Kotite. Can Nick Kotite, can he keep this team? Can he keep them together, or will he lose his locker room? If they lose this game, I think that he loses the locker room. I definitely do. And I want to see them go at Devontae Smith. I want to see Quez Watkins more involved. I think you have to run the ball, of course, as always, because they don't do it enough. But I also think that because of the Detroit Lions secondary, I think there are plays to be made in the passing game. And my hope is that Jalen Hurts goes out there, throws the ball really well, and starts gaining a lot of confidence out of this game. And we come out with a win. And we come out and he has something to build on. This whole team has something to build on. Because, this team, in my opinion, has not played up to the level that I think it is. I'm not saying I think they're as good as Dallas or they're a division winner, they're a playoff team, but I think they're a lot better than how they've played. I think that if they were coached better in games like San Francisco game, even the Kansas City game, these could have been wins instead of losses. Now we're starting to get used to getting destroyed every week, and it's an absolute joke, and it pisses me off. So this game to me is all about one thing: can Nick Kotite, can he keep this locker room, or is he going to lose this team? I really think if they lose, I think he's in big trouble. With that said, I ain't giving you no prediction in this game because I ain't setting up for no expectations. I ain't setting up anybody for any disappointment. I'll be streaming this game live. Come hang out with me on Halloween Day, and we'll find out whether the Eagles, they can win this game and keep going, or if this thing's going to get really ugly. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. So as you guys know, the trade deadline is coming, and one of the guys I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I've had a couple people message me and say, what about this guy? What about this guy? Should we trade for this guy? And that is Devontae Parker. Apparently Devontae Parker is being shopped around. He's on the trade block. I think he's been banged up, but he's out there. My thing is this. Over the next few days, we're going to hear about a lot of names, a lot of different guys who could go, could come to the Eagles. I think it's important, whatever the Eagles do, they have to trade and they have to build for next year. So to me, I would primarily make them sellers, not buyers. And that's how I'm looking at this thing. Trade guys and acquire picks, get a new GM, bing, bang, bam, boom, we're ready to go.